So it's huh, probably like almost 4 a.m. I'm drunk and I've been on Reddit talking about stuff I've been through, and it just makes me remember a lot of shit that has gone on my sort of mouth dry. So it's like it's hard to talk. Um, just been thinking about a lot of stuff, and I don't know where to. I don't know who to reach out to. I don't know where I'm supposed to get this help because it's fictional to me. There isn't any help. I don't have. I have family. There's only a few people. My aunt, my dad, my grandmother too. But my grandfather's going through dementia and memory loss, and he's old. He's in his late. He's almost 90, so it's expected. But it's scary. It's hard. I wish it didn't happen. I feel like I'm too young to see him at this point, but in reality, yeah. I mean, I'm in my 30s. He's in his 80s, so my dad's in his 60s. Yeah, because he had me when he was about 30. We were just talking about this the other day. Um, I really wish I could get my info out to people who could do something with it and help people. Because I've been told, oh, it's interesting, or oh, it's unique, or I mean, I could spend days talking about all the crazy shit and things I've felt and things I've done and just circumstances I've been in my whole life. Not so much now because I don't do anything, sit around. And the only thing I do now is yoga and DDP yoga. But I love movies, gaming, because it's easy. I can sit there and do that. Like, I'll even get tired of doing it because I'll get a migraine and I'll get uncomfortable and have to stand up. And I'll try doing it standing up, but it's harder because it's at a weird position where it's not comfortable. And I want to go on a stand up desk where you can raise the monitor up. That would be nice. Because then I could stand there and stretch my legs and move around. Yeah. I just don't know what to do. Like, how do you make information that people want to watch or listen to? Or, I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube and social media, Facebook. That's the only things I have. I don't have Instagram or Twitter, but they say and do things that are apparently entertaining. It's like, how do you get into that? It's just a weird area, and I want to do it just because maybe it'll help somebody. I'm not doing it for my benefit. I don't care. I'm working on my own shit. But I also have empathy for other people and circumstances that I haven't been through. But it's kind of like one of those, oh, wish you coulda, shoulda, did. What is it? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But at the same time, it's like that's probably the only thing I could do this time of my life is help people. I've been trying to do that my whole life, in military and law enforcement and shit. Even towing was, it's like customer service type shit. I like helping people, especially especially people. Well, those who can't do it. And now I'm at the point where I could probably change my tire, but I'm gonna fucking barely be able to drive home after I do it. And I miss being sorry at that level of ability where I could change a tire and tow a car and push a car out of a parking spot and push a car down the road. Like, one of the prouder moments, I guess, was one day I was coming out of training, and it was while I was a correctional officer. It was just like the yearly training they make you go to. Most of it's for like PREA and damn it, it's like legal stuff they you took the class, you sign this, and that way we don't have to pay for it if you do something stupid. I was pretty good at that. Like, I know what they were trying to do, get it. It's just like the military. And during lunch, I saw this. It was an older model BMW. It was nice. Like, they took care of it. And it looked like it had a flat. Like, it was definitely getting there. It was a low air pressure tire. And I think it was like as I pulled back in and I went inside for the class after lunch, I noticed that somebody was standing there looking at it. Maybe the owner, friend, whatever. But somebody was looking at it like, I was like, oh shit, that thing is flat probably. Or going flat. They want to change it. So do the class, come out. It was like a couple hours later, 2, 3, 4 hours later. And there's an older, much older couple, 80s probably, grandparents, sitting in a car. And I get my truck and I see him standing there looking at the tire, and he's got the bar and, well, the breaker bar for the lug nuts. And oh yeah, BMW has with that bar has a crank down, like it's an internal stand. So you just crank it, you basically ratchet it, and it brings down a bar that will lift it up so you can change the tire. And yeah, they ever had it. I actually saw him doing it. He just finished it, and he was like, he's an older guy. Like, that's not. It's painful. I'm sure he's in pain, and uncomfortable. So I saw that when I was walking up. I was like, oh, this whole thing's going on. I'm like, oh, they're changing that tire, and they were both like upset, confused. Was definitely the vibe they were getting off. So I asked him, I was like, hey, I used to do roadside, and I work on cars a lot. I know how to change a tire. Do you need any help? And he just looked at me. I was like, can I help you? And they were like, yeah. Could you, like, we're just trying to get the tire changed. And the guy was typical guy. He's like, I know how to do it. And with a BMW, and Volkswagen is more common, but the, I guess the hub, it's been a while since my terminology might be off, but the hub, where the disc itself is one piece, and yeah, because I think they were drum brakes, so that maybe the drum housing is where the threads go through. But either way, no, I think I had disc. I just remember the lug nuts. Really, normal lug nuts are just a nut. The nut goes onto the bolt. That's the bolt. That's the male end. And the nut is the female. It goes onto the nut. With these types of vehicles, like that BMW at the time, It's a bolt, the male end, pinky. They're pretty much like that size, and instead of you just putting a nut on a bolt, you have to take the tire and hold it while you thread the bolt into the hole. It's a lot more difficult because you have to hold it up with your legs and balance it. And I think they make a tool for that. I don't know. I've heard people say like there's a centering, like you put a pin in basically and hold it until you get to that last one. That's fine, but you can do that with a bolt itself. So I put it on and took like 5-10 minutes. Put it on, tighten it all down. They lowered it and they were just like, okay, thanks. I don't even. I think she said thanks, but it was like awkward. They were like looking at me. It was just weird. I'm like, okay, well, you're welcome. Like, I saved you for one a whole fee of doing it, and I don't know if they had AAA or not. I don't think they did because they had somebody out there helping them earlier, and I think he just took the tire probably to get it fixed and never came back. I don't know, but I don't know. It was one of those things where I did something where I don't feel like I was appreciated for doing it. It was kind of like, it was weird. I just got done and was like, okay, I think everything's set. And they just were like, okay, like, you're welcome. I I think I remember being upset after I was done. Like, really? Like, not even a thank you. Like, I just drove home hour and a half, and this is how far the training was. I just forgot about it, but I don't know. That's probably why people don't do stuff like that all the time. I've seen people stop on the side of the road and just like, you know what, it's not worth it. Let them call their insurance or AAA. Because I used to do it for a living. Like, I don't see the point in stopping. I've stopped before. One time I stopped with this girl, and like that's the typical like, oh, a guy stops for a girl. Ooh, the whole like white knight shit. And I wasn't working, but she was in like a bad spot. Like she was a little bit. It was like tilted, and she looked a little frantic. So I like passed, and I was like, and I hit the brakes, and I pulled over, and I backed up. And I was like, "You all right?" And no shit. Two other guys pull over. I know how to fix it. I can do it. I was like, "Look, I do this for a living. This is just my 2 cents. Here's our card. You might want to call one of the guys working. It's my one day off a week." I was like, "I'm not gonna, you know, there's too much shit going on. All these they're tool bags to me. They're like, oh, I could do it. Oh, here's what's wrong with it. Half of them, it was like three guys pulled over, and two of them didn't know shit. One knew kind of what he was talking about. And you don't have to be an expert. There's plenty of people that know, but they wanted to pull over and be like, "Oh, I changed tire before. This is how you do it." Like, dude, our tire's not flat. Why are you over here? Her alternator's bad. It's not her battery. I tried telling one guy. He's like, "Oh, your battery's probably dead." Yeah, because she's been trying to start it because her alternator's bad and it drained the battery. You can jump it. It'll start. It's going to die when she gets down the road. Maybe a mile or two. But I don't know. I just don't. Like, I can ramble about all those silly interactions I had. And it's just telling. Not including military and just life in general. I've been writing people. I'm thinking about writing them, emailing them. I have a bunch of letters typed up of trying to do it the right way. Like, hey, look, I'm sorry for this and that, and specifics, and why I did it, and how I feel now, and what's going on, and why I did it at that time. But